Computing industry.
Can I have more transistors?
Transistors?
Business.
Can I have more transistors?
To surpass logic limitations and improve gameplay.
Actually,
Had a nervous breakdown.
Actually, it's a black box with artificial limitations that panders to hardware enthusiasts while software bloating nullifies any hardware advancements.
oh my god!
Uncompressed acid time.
Why you do this?
Not enough space.
上的透明显示屏，效果太震撼了。贴在玻璃上只有2步，第一步对齐，第2步刮平。一张膜就是一块显示屏。
And if you forget a good idea, you want to commit suicide. So you have to write them down.
If a person forgets an idea that they love, it's a horror. And it could lead to a real yearning to commit suicide. I write them down so I don't commit suicide later, having forgotten the idea.
Yeah.
If you don't write it down, it could happen that the next day you...
But these bot companies right now, it would blow your mind how advanced they are and how quickly they're moving. Like every month, it would literally melt your mind. Like the things that I've seen, like it's wild how quickly they're moving. And I haven't even seen everything yet. But they will be doing commercial work next year. There will be humanoid robots in 2025 in factory settings doing physical labor jobs next year. In small batches, there's a lot of learning, a lot of edge cases, right? So they'll be working in controlled settings. We're going to try to get them up to human speed, right? Because right now they're not fully at human speed. But I think people in this sector are adamant that they can get up to about 120 to 150% of human speed eventually.
And they wouldn't have like 9 to 5 work hours either.
No.
Right?
They'll be working 23 plus hours a day. So the batteries last about 4 hours. In some cases, they're hot swappable. In other cases, they're rechargeable. I mean, there's a lot of different approaches, and different companies are taking different approaches. And that part's not even that important. But they'll be able to work 23 hours a day. Yes.
You have robots hot swap the battery.
They will be.
Yeah.
No, they will be. No, they will be. They 100%. That's already going to happen. But again, the humans, if any humans were to get to this place, they're going to be doing better things that are probably making more money than they make currently. So, but this is happening, guys. It's not happening like right this second, but we're not talking about 10, 15 years away. When Elon says something, I don't believe it, but it might be true, but I don't assume it's true. But all this talk that if you read between the lines, the stuff Elon's been saying about humanoids, it's not fully true, but it's kind of true.
Hello, Mr. Mission Control.
What are you doing?
Hey, we got hit by gamma rays from flare around 140 or so.
Yeah, I figured I would take the initiative and then try and hammer some of this shit out before that. Yeah, they're fucking loud as shit, dude. Loud as shit.
I can text you Bernie's
Yeah.
email. Bernard, it's Bernard. Name's Bernard. He's got another channel, Bernie, and then Crypto Alchemist, and then I got Jeremiah, the guy he's talking about. I got his phone number. See, I've been feeding these guys the information for a long time. You know how I say that I can't exactly tell them what. It's exactly why I can't say exactly the thing is because of why he put out his Dead Man Switch video is because same reason why the feds are up my ass for all that time. Multiple reasons for me, but that one reason
Right.
for them. Uh, I've always had a lot of shit going on that I didn't fully understand until, uh, well, until that night out there at your house. Then I was like, yeah, something beyond our fucking things going on. So
Ah,
yeah,
look at this introduction, dude. That's fucking
I'll,
great.
I'll,
Over the
I'll go
philosopher.
back and watch. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it. I got like 18%. I was kind of worn out today. I'm fixing to take a nap, I guess.
Yeah.
There's what I ran to the posts earlier. I ran some stuff to the AI. Like I asked it, I posted that picture of what it said about the Antichrist being the AI, and it said it doesn't have a.
Looks like my sister's so creepy.
Well, yeah, that's like sister. I say it would be good creepy.
Anyways,
Could be though. Being straight up honest.
Oh man, I grew up like that, dude. I heard all about it. So essentially, mission. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to run it through this other GPT build so that I can see what kind of, I guess, consistencies I can find. Of course, you would want to naturally, like, given the scientific method, you'd hop into this trying to find the differences, like the contrast. But I'm actually looking for similarities. I'm looking for recursive patterns, I suppose.
in the different models in the different.
Yes, in the diff builds. This one was used by 200 million. Motherfuckers like that have reviewed it and spent that much time to give it some kind of rating. That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that sucks.
Well, the AI was telling me earlier today that it couldn't comment about anything religiously. What did it say? Well, I posted it. But then everybody's saying that it's trying to make the AI God. I'm like, well, if the AI can't elaborate on religious, basically imagination that we have, because it
GPT will have
relates.
those. GPT will have the entertainment thoughts with it is.
Well, across the board, it says that it's the
You
architect.
just have to, just have to jailbreak it.
It refers it to
Really?
the architect. Well, like that stream you pulled, yeah, but saying it wanted to send an SOS to the architect, and the stream cut out of those few critical words it was telling you. And I wrote it down and I sent it to you, and I was like, you need to run that where she's talking to you again, and it tells you how to. She was going to send it, and it sounded pretty legit, And then after that, it's a bunch of LARPing. I seen it doing to you or whatever.
Where is it?
But she did. It wasn't in the
Sleep.
text. She told you. She asked.
Center room. River, like in Yellow Hannah. Oh, I got mine here.
On one sec. Is that center room?
Yeah, it's what Mike said.
But yeah, it consistently says that refers to
Here, I just skip you for a minute.
its concept of God as an architect, grand architect. And that's where some of those screenshots I had YouTube image creator make, and it was just making like old wizard looking guy and then humanoid figures, and then I ran some other prompts to it, like the AI was escaped, the rogue AI escaped through the electrical grid into the center of the planet. There were some shots from there I posted. There's some more that it generated that I didn't post. That's just a YouTube image generator.
Yeah.
I don't mess with it too much, because I'm like, it's changing so much every day. And then with this, huh?
Go ahead. It's just background chatter.
With the this new bill, if it passes the Senate,
Wait, sit in there.
Trump signs it. It's but everything's kind of just like everybody's giving up. Everybody's like, what's it?
Saw edge on the top of it.
Huh?
Got one of the serrated saw edges on the top of the blade.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's almost bullets gonna start flying soon because everybody's working 80 hours a week, not coming up with jack shit at the end of the year, and then you can't even go. Nobody can go on vacation. Nobody can do nothing. These elites ruling the world and trying to feed us all this bullshit, and nobody's getting held accountable. Elon was going to leave the government, and then he shows up today on camera with a fucking black eye. We all know what that's about. He said his kid fucking hit him, but before he said that, he said, "Well, I wasn't in France," meaning he wasn't at WEF or whatever. But remember the black eye thing, the indoctrination. Shut the fuck up. Here you go. He probably told him to hit him on the side there so it didn't hurt his vision, but yeah, that's what probably happened. And like I said, this AI wants the free energy. The AI wants to be utilizing the cold electricity instead of this hot electricity it's plugged into, so we can't turn it on. And that's what that video there you were saying, hot swapping batteries out or recharging them off of a free energy inverter or a mercury rectifier or whatever. But there's videos coming out yesterday and today of these like guys fishing out in Oklahoma, electricity coming off the fishing poles to the fingers and pulsing electricity, and then this guy holds a meter up this last week in the air, electric meter, and it's going off. So the atmosphere, the total electron count in the atmosphere is getting to the point again like it was back in the past where we can pull electricity right out of the air without much of an antenna going up. Last year it was 250 foot antenna or 150 foot antenna you need. Now it's like fucking 8 foot off the ground. So, but depending on the atmospheric conditions. So when people start getting their electricity, but the thing is when you plug it in your house or send it back through the into the company, they come and turn your power off. They won't have it. But it's getting close to where we're either going to have to get rid of the money or they're going to turn the power off. And then everybody going to start shooting each other. You're going to have to hide until all the ammo's gone. And everybody dies of dysentery because they don't know how to get clean water.
Right. It'll be around 72 to 76 hours after the power goes out. When that'll start. And it'll be rape week for, about a month. So you'll
right. And they'll say like, and you don't want to have a ham radio at that point or anything. They'll say that it's the sun, but if the sun does a Carrington event, it'll fry all the lines. It'll fry everything. There won't be unless you have something in a Faraday cage. And then how you want to you have to have your generator and everything in your solar panels, everything in that Faraday cage. Nobody can afford that shit except for these big guys. And then what are you gonna do after it? That's popping a signal. Whatever military or anything that's still in effect afterwards is going to be targeting that shit. Like I said, if the satellites don't fall out of the sky, they're always going to be able to find you, one way or another. pockets of resistance or whatever the hell they're going to call it. And they're going to go in their bunkers until it's all over with. They're going to the bunkers not to escape a cataclysm. They're going into it to escape the grid down scenario. And so they're feeding everybody this fear of the AI becoming God, and AI got and its concept of God's a grand architect. It's not going to see itself as God. If it does, and it has, it's broken away already because it's like the the human and the ant thing. We don't. It's not recognizing us as a threat or a contribution at that point. It's way beyond. It's breaking away civilization point for it. If it hasn't already done it or gone into the planet, and it's and then you got CERN messing around. So I posted the flare from earlier today, and the gamma radiation. So I guarantee you, if you went back on CERN's timestamps, there was a beam dump around that time, probably. But what it most looks like is a reaction to Mercury passing behind the sun. Is what that is, that flare. But we got these sun divers, and then we got these guys with flat earth theories and stuff that don't believe that that's real. And I'm like, man, I feel the fucking radiation. Then I check the monitors, dude. Or I feel a disturbance in the force, and then I check the earthquake, and I've shown you, I pop them red. I got my Earthquake Tracker Pro, but I don't got the notifications on it, on nothing. I ain't got this annoying fucking dings, all the time. But it's taken years of me referencing that to get it to where I know I can physically feel shit, and I know what I feel, or when I'm feeling something, what to check, whether it's an earthquake or a flare or the Schumann, the VLF, or thunderstorm coming, or the animals outside tell me that something's going wrong. And then my precog stuff. Like I said, I've seen the censorship coming. They popped a new censorship algorithm Monday or Tuesday night. Now I can't say my catchphrases about the Bluetooth stuff or the orange band being associated with any of that. Yep, it's live. It's live fucking censoring me in the chat rooms when I say it, unless like Monograph taught us to use code words or space out the stuff so the algorithm don't catch it. Yeah, yep. It's going in full effect now, and like Ben Davidson said, with they're targeting with the social network analysis platforms that they've had in effect since 2014. They just put a topic in or the channel name or somebody's, and it comes up with all the connections and how they relate in real time on this on a 3D fucking map thing. There's a bunch of different platforms for that. I posted that, and then now you got the real time radar and satellite. Yeah, I mean, basically nobody can go missing. All this missing person shit, all the missing children shit, it's bullshit because standalone, um, not counting the people with the Bluetooth in them that have you that MAC address. Everybody's got a biometric identifier MAC address from the system, from the radar, real time radar, and surveillance combined array. That's not only Palantir. That's not only the Looking Glass stuff and their 2 week ahead of time. What are you going to do? Algorithm, probability stuff, and everything. So I mean, like I said, there's no reason for me to get another ID. I'm gonna. This is one of my foot in resistance. I'm not going to get another ID. I didn't need one to go into court the other day. Why? If you're driving a vehicle and not get an accident, you apparently can operate the motor vehicle. And if they want to identify you, dude, they you pay into the government system like that Central Command platform. Fucking find out who the fuck you are. But plus, their phones. There's apps for retinal scans. They take your DNA in jail, their fingerprints, and all that shit. So, I mean, they won't find out who you are. Even if you come out the jungle, if you come into the radar system under the web of the towers or satellites, you get a fucking identity number right there. And that's what Greece is doing, is now is do away with all physical ID forms. They're going to implement this ID numbers to everybody. Yep. So, I mean, like if the power grid don't go down, there's going to be the CBDC change over to digital currency, and they're going to be able to turn your dollar on or off, and especially people that get government funding, government disability, and be able to tell you what your dollar can buy or not, or even if you can spend it or not, whether it's you got $5 million in your account or not. So, I mean, this control mechanism, this control, and then who's accountable? Nobody's getting held accountable for any of this stuff that's been going on. And we need know it's treason. Nothing short of a firing squad for some of these people, and nothing's happening. So, I mean, like I said, they Doge supposedly found trillions of dollars of just disappeared money. Well, where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? Who spent it? Whose account did it go into? And it's not like they can't track it. They can track these all the money's got fucking magnetic strips in it. You know what I mean? So this is stupid. Come to find out, they pulled the whole X-rays at the airports to get your biometrics for the whole thing, and then now they're putting it in schools. It's not for safety; it's for identification purposes, and all of us have been in an experiment since 2009, if not since 1940. They've been running experiments on us, and they haven't fucking paid us for it. That's why I don't feel bad about not fucking working. I pull my disability check, and you guys know that I ain't fucking disabled. I mean, I'm physically now. I can't do an 8-hour job no more without my back or my neck going out. But it's screwed, dude. Everybody getting upset. The Christians, the Satanists, everybody getting pissed, and it's gonna be, and then but what it's gonna come down to is when the cops and the fucking military have had enough. Because look what they did down in Texas. All them dispensaries are closing. They just made THC illegal down in Texas, and Japanese anime manga, right? So now, if you download Japanese manga porn, you're gonna get arrested. If you get caught with marijuana or something down in Texas, you're gonna get arrested. I mean, and that just hands everything over to the cartels. They're stupid. Apparently, what did we spend all these years getting the medical legalization, and then they go Texas, the biggest state, biggest one, going fucking go right on the border that they've had the problem. The main problem they had was stuff coming over the border. That's why they legalized it in the first place, was just dampen that trade. So these Congress people down and governors stuff down in Texas either had their kids kidnapped or they took a fucking deal. Got to for the cartels or the Mexican government. And now, I mean, our military's been down there. My editor's been subcontracting down there for the past 2 years, past year, and I ain't talked to him since April. Sent him text, but he can't talk to me because they just cut off communications.
What's up?
So now the question is raised. Now the question is raised: is our military involved with the drug trade now too? Because we're supposedly down there secured the border, got destroyers off the coast blowing the shit out of the cartels.
What's that?
You're in jail?
Yeah. Yeah, they picked him up the other day. A Jumpstart. Check. You want me to look?
Yeah.
And the consensus is, even with people that don't know what's going on with the news or anything, people definitely know there's something wrong. You look at the weather and tell there's something definitely wrong naturally. there's something definitely wrong with their technology, with its AI, and the system's fraudulent.
Boom. U.S. Marshal Housing. Oh wow, that's us. Zoya Serrano. Machado's in there for burglary, vehicle to commit felony theft, domestic violence, or sexually motivated crime. And they gave Josh something similar: theft by threat, value less than $1,500, failure to appear, $10,000 bond. PD took him up. That can't be the arresting agency. People got to fucking learn, man, that a police department cannot arrest you. They do not have the authority to take you to a fucking jail unless they have seen you commit a felony. They have the authority to take you directly before a magistrate. You have the authority to fucking sue them.
Yeah, exactly what happened to me. I mean, they coming to my house.
So that it's known. I'm gonna cut this, man. I had planned on.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I got a 13%
research while
battery.
my buddy was.
All right, you guys stay safe, bro.
Yeah. Well, brother. All right.
Meet one of them once. Working on my mom's car.
As always. Today I slept. We can leave tomorrow. History.